All right, here we are for round 2. I think I've got all the necessary cabling run to make this thing work. Now, I've not got everything hooked up because I need to test the corresponding voltages all through the whole system. But since I am a verbal processor, I thought I would walk through all the connections just to confirm that everything was the way it should be. We will start with the input power. We have an IEC socket here. It is coming with a ground that goes down to a grounding point right here. We have neutral and live. It comes over to, and by the way, there is a 10 amp slow blow fuse in here. I don't know that it needs to be quite that big or that slow, but it is what it is. Here's the Neurochrome Intelligent Soft Start. You'll notice that our live and ground are coming in here. And then I did confirm that it is the two outer ones there. Blue is live, yellow is neutral, coming out for the transformer for its primary. This is configured for 120 volts. I've got to double check there's a couple of dip switches there, the red dip switches you'll notice, just to make sure that they are correct. Normally I have to move one for the switch because I usually would use a, what's it called? A latching switch, whereas now I'm using a momentary switch because I've chosen to set up a 12 volt trigger as well as an option. So you'll see back here we have a ground and positive coming through, and that's coming through to this point here on the soft start, so that it can be turned on either with the switch on the front as a momentary flash or with the 12 volt trigger, which might come in useful someday. You'll also notice that we have here a green and a red and two blacks on that same module there. They're coming to the switch in the front. We have the green on the bottom, which is the negative for the LED, and the red on top, which is the positive. The two black cables are for the switch itself. So that's how we come into here. You'll notice that there's a little fader pot there, so we can increase the brightness of the power LED. This little soft start module also will support a standby LED, but I don't have any need of that today. I think just the regular power is fine. Of course, coming into the primary on the transformer, I talked about all of these secondaries going out last time. You'll notice they're all going into the full wave bridge rectifier from Avondale. The transformer, of course, coming from James Transformer, 1000 volt amp. Here are all of these lovely capacitors, and I've temporarily got these things off here that come in for positive, ground, and negative. Same thing the other side, positive, ground, negative. In a star configuration, of course, the center point here is the ground. Coming out is going to be positive is black. Negative or zero is going to be yellow, and then, or sorry, positive is not black, is red, and zero is yellow, black is negative. My mistake. Same situation here. Positive is red, zero is yellow, and black is negative. They go through to the Starkrimson modules from Orchard. Starkrimson Ultra, I believe these are, and there are my 3 wires coming in. I haven't yet hooked them up because I want to confirm voltages and such before I do anything like that. You'll notice going out, it's not specified explicitly what positive and negative are on the output, but I've noticed in the Orchard how-to videos, I believe it's the X2 is always treated as positive and X3 as negative, so I have used that accordingly. I go up here to a set of banana posts. I'm using Keystone binding posts for these, and then I also jump over to a Neurochrome speak-on connector, and then I'm using Neurochrome, or sorry, Neutrik speak-on connectors and Neutrik XLR as well, coming down to the balanced input. These boards will also take a trigger input, but I don't think it's necessary in this case. It would be overkill. It's quite sufficient just to have the ISS controlling the whole thing with its trigger. So no need for the trigger here. What else do we need to do? I'm trying to think here. I don't think there's any additional thing. I'll have to double check. I think on the earlier Starkrimson boards, it was necessary to set to add a little jumper wire somewhere in here, but I think that was when you also had I think at one point they had unbalanced inputs as well as balanced, and you had to make sure that you shorted something out depending upon whether you're using one or the other. Yes, the trigger, you'll notice, is down here. I think I mentioned that, the trigger wire is coming in. What else do we have in here? Well, I think that's pretty much it. You'll notice that this board is grounded through the post. I could have taken it straight to ground as well instead of using the little tab in the bottom left-hand corner. But in this case, I'm using the little jumper off the bottom left-hand corner, and I go down to a grounding point there. I could have gone either way, and I just decided let's just do it that way. No particular reason why I do it one way or another. I think we're set to go. I'm going to start checking voltages now, but just wanted to do a quick talk through of the wiring.